Hey YouTube, Mark King here, and here's a story by Fox News. It's by Brett Baer and Gregory, and it's what we all pretty much suspected. And news sources believe virus originated in Wuhan lab as part of China's efforts to compete with U.S. Okay, so that's the gist of the story right there in the headline essentially. The thing is, most people with a modicum of IQ realize you should never trust this Chinese communists. But then why do the American media, mostly on the left, entirely on the left, constantly defend China and even had the audacity to, like social media had the audacity to ban people's posts who actually bought it that was probably made in a lab. There was more evidence pointing toward it was made in a lab. Yet the American media, the liberal media, the politicians all pushed, as mainly on the left, all pushed the idea that it was some wet market in China, and they, along with the Communist Party, blamed Chinese citizens like they don't have it hard enough. They're all flipping awful, and it could be also like maybe they're not liars, maybe they're really that stupid, maybe they're that like unintelligent. Intelligence is not just about taking tests, right? It's about ability to process and decipher information. Okay, intelligence is the ability to process, decipher information. Okay, some people can't. Some people just simply copy what other people tell them to say, essentially, like the school system. Anyway, the article here is exclusive. There's an increasing confidence that the C-19 originated in Wuhan, not as a bioweapon, but as part of an effort to demonstrate that its efforts to identify and combat the virus was equal or greater than the capabilities of the US. And these are from multiple sources who have been briefed in early actions by China. And I see a lot of articles that start popping other eras, some left wing rags. Anyway, this may be the costliest government cover of all time. Of course, you infected hundreds of thousands, and it's going to be millions, and it's going to be hundreds of thousands of deaths, most likely. The sources believe that initial human transmission of the virus was bat to human, and that patient zero worked at the laboratory, then went into the population of Wuhan. You said it is naturally. So they try to. Okay, so one of the ways to lie, one of the best ways to lie is take an actual real event and tie lies into that event. And this is clearly what the American media and the Chinese government did. They can still claim it came from a lab, but it was really a worker who went into the wet market. That's what really happened. Not the fact that the lab actually held the bat. No, no, no. That's a conspiracy theory. Anyway, increasing confidence from classified open source documents and evidence. The sources said Fox News has requested to see the evidence directly. Asked by Fox News, John Roberts about reporting President Trump remarked the Wednesday virus briefing, "More and more we're hearing the story. We're doing a thorough examination of the horrible situation." Documents detail early efforts by doctors at the lab and early efforts at containment. The wet market, initially identified as a possible point of origin, never sold the bats, and the sources tell Fox News that blaming the wet market was an effort by China to deflect blame, and the American media, mostly, almost exclusively on the left, along with the country's propaganda efforts targeting the U.S. and Italy. U.S. embassy officials warned in 2018 about inadequate safety at the Wuhan Institute of Virology lab. Responding to the report, Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said Tuesday afternoon, "It should be no surprise that you have taken a keen interest in that, and that we've had a lot of intelligence take a look at that. I would just say at this point it's inconclusive, although the weight of evidence seems to indicate natural, but we don't know for certain." We're pretty certain it came from the lab at this point. Anyway, I won't read on, but yeah, but we all know what really happened. Those with IQs who don't like again. I love what happens in the school system. They regurgitate things rather than think for themselves. It's one of those things you see in like communist countries where when they teach kids just to regurgitate what the government tells them, right? Because they'll if you don't, they'll cut you at the knees. Anyway, this is um, this is a good story from Fox News. They were the ones who really kind of helped break it, along with like Zero Hedge, and I think Zero Hedge was like I'm not sure if they're banned from social media like Twitter, but or they were maybe briefly banned. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, of course, Twitter, which is actively working with the communists because they want that communist money, help censor the story, and they're also culpable. All right, guys, share, save, subscribe. Hope you enjoy. Bye.